Be me, 34-year-old woman, dedicated feminist activist for 12 years. Work as HR director. Spent over a decade fighting the patriarchy everywhere I saw it. Thought I was making the world better. Thought I was on the right side of history. I was so fucking wrong. Have younger brother, let's call him Danny. Danny was 28, quiet, kind, worked as an elementary school teacher. One of those rare male teachers who genuinely loved working with kids. Always looked up to me growing up. I was his big sister, his role model. He wanted to make me proud. March 15th, 2023. Get the call from mom at 6:47 a.m. Danny's gone. No note, no warning, nothing. My world shatters into 1,000 pieces. Funeral is the hardest thing I've ever experienced. Mom's inconsolable. Dad's completely shut down. I'm numb, can't process it. Keep thinking there must have been signs. Keep thinking I could have prevented this. If only I had known he was struggling. 2 weeks after the funeral, helping Mom clean out Danny's apartment. Find his journal in his nightstand. Mom says I should read it, maybe find closure. Start reading that night. Wish I never had. Wish I could unread every word. But also glad I did, because it changed everything. First entry I read, dated 6 months before his death. Had another mandatory harassment training at work today. The instructor kept saying men need to do better and men need to understand consent. I raised my hand and asked if we could talk about the issues male teachers face, like being automatically suspected around children. She shut me down, said we need to center women's experiences. I felt so small, felt like just being male made me the problem. Is that what Sarah thinks of me too? Sarah, that's me. He's talking about me. Feel like I've been punched in the stomach. Keep reading, can't stop now. Tried to talk to Sarah about how isolated I feel. Told her about how the other teachers always have me watched around the kids, how parents request female teachers specifically, how I'm never allowed to be alone with a student even though the female teachers are. She said I was centering my male feelings and that women have it worse. Maybe she's right. Maybe I don't deserve to complain. Maybe I am the problem. Tears streaming down my face now. Remember that conversation? Remember dismissing him. Thought I was educating him. Thought I was helping him understand his privilege. Next entry, 4 months before. Got accused of inappropriate behavior by a parent today. All I did was comfort a crying child, a little boy who had fallen on the playground. I knelt down, asked if he was okay, and helped him up. His mother saw through the fence and reported me. Principal put me on administrative leave pending investigation. I'm terrified. My career could be over. My life could be over. All because I'm a man who dared to be kind to a child. What the fuck? I never knew about this. Why didn't he tell me? Keep reading for the answer. Can't tell Sarah about the accusation. Last time I tried to talk about struggling as a male teacher, she sent me a bunch of articles about male privilege and the gender pay gap. She doesn't get it. Or maybe there's nothing to get. Maybe I deserve this for being born male. Sometimes I wonder if the world would be better without men like me in it. Have to put the journal down. Sobbing so hard I can't breathe. What have I done? What the fuck have I done to my baby brother? Collect myself. Keep reading. Need to know the whole truth, no matter how much it destroys me. Case dismissed after 3 weeks. Security footage showed I did nothing wrong, but everyone still looks at me differently. Principal suggested I consider another career path, for optics. I've given 6 years to this school. I love these kids, but I'm a liability because I'm male. Sarah would probably say this is karma for centuries of patriarchy. Maybe she's right. I'm so tired of maybe she's right. 3 months before his death. One of my students, Marcus, told me I'm his favorite teacher. Said I'm the only man in his life who's nice to him. His dad left. Mom's boyfriends are terrible. I wanted to cry. This is why I teach. This is why I matter. But then I remembered I'm not supposed to think I matter. I'm a man. We've had our time mattering. Sarah's always posting about how men need to sit down and listen. So I sit, and I listen, and I shrink, and I disappear. Maybe that's how it should be. I'm going to be sick. Run to bathroom and throw up. This can't be real. My feminism was supposed to help people. It was supposed to make things equal. How did it do this to my brother? Return to journal with shaking hands. 2 months before. School hired a new counselor. She runs groups for empowerment. Girls only. I asked if there would be any support groups for boys, especially boys like Marcus, who don't have father figures. She looked at me like I'd said something disgusting, said boys already have the whole world supporting them. Marcus is 8 years old. He flinches when adults move too fast around him. What world is supporting him? But I nodded and apologized for asking. That's what I do now. Apologize for existing. 1 month before, Sarah came over for dinner. Told her I've been feeling depressed. She went on a rant about how men's mental health is only brought up to derail women's conversations. Told me about male statistics being used as a gotcha against feminists. I wasn't trying to derail anything. I was trying to tell my sister I'm drowning. But she's right. Statistically, women attempt more. My pain is probably just privilege disguising itself. I should be stronger. Men are supposed to be stronger. That dinner. I remember that dinner. Oh God, I remember exactly what I said. I gave him the speech about how men only bring up male suicide to silence women. He was reaching out. He was asking for help. And I lectured him about derailing. 3 weeks before. Got fired today. Budget cuts, they said. But they kept 3 female teachers with less seniority. I know why. I've known why for a while. They wanted me gone since the accusation. I'm a liability. A male around children is a lawsuit waiting to happen. I have no purpose now. Teaching was all I had. Those kids were all I had. I am so fucking alone. He was fired. He lost his job. And he didn't tell anyone. Didn't tell me because he knew what I'd say. 2 weeks before. Tried calling a men's crisis helpline I found. Needed to talk to someone who might understand. Line was disconnected. Funding cut. Found another. Wait time was 6 hours. Found another. Guy who answered was helpful at first. Then I mentioned being a teacher accused of inappropriate conduct. He got quiet. Asked if I had done something. Even crisis counselors assume the worst. I am guilty until proven innocent. Guilty after proven innocent. Guilty forever. Guilty for being born. 1 week before. Sarah posted on her social media today about male tears and how funny they are. Her friends all laughed. So many laugh reacts. I am crying as I write this. She's my sister. She's my big sister. And my tears are a joke to her. Men's pain is a joke. My pain is a joke. Maybe the joke would be better without a punchline. Oh fuck. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. I remember that post. I was sharing a meme about men who complain about women's spaces. Thought it was harmless. Thought it was just jokes. My brother was crying and I was laughing at him. Final entry, the day he died. I don't blame Sarah. I don't blame any of them. They're fighting for a better world. I'm just collateral damage in a war for justice. Some people have to lose for others to win. That's how it works. I've accepted it. Mom, Dad, Sarah, I love you. I'm sorry I'm not strong enough to live in a world that doesn't need me. To all the Marcuses out there, find a better role model. You deserve better than someone like me. This isn't anyone's fault. This is just how things are now. And I'm too tired to be someone people have to tolerate. I'm so tired. Close the journal. Sit in silence for an hour. Then another hour. My baby brother killed himself. And my ideology pulled the trigger. Spent the next 3 days doing what I should have done years ago. Research. Real research. Not feminist blogs or echo chambers. Actual data on men's issues. Male suicide rate 4 times higher than women's. 80% of rough sleepers are men. Boys falling behind in education at every level. Men 97% of workplace deaths. Fathers losing custody by default. Male domestic violence victims turned away from shelters. Male rape victims not legally recognized in many places. Boys being medicated for being boys. Male spaces being shut down while female spaces expand. Mentorship programs for men canceled for being exclusionary. Male loneliness epidemic. And the only response, check your privilege. How did I miss this? How did I ignore half the population's pain? Because I thought equality was a zero-sum game. Because I thought helping men meant hurting women. Because I surrounded myself with people who thought male suffering was either funny or deserved. Realized something horrifying. Every man in my life has pulled away from me over the years. Dad barely talks to me anymore. Male cousins stopped coming to family events I attended. Uncle moved across the country. Male coworkers avoid me. Thought they were intimidated by a strong woman. They were protecting themselves from someone who saw them as inherently defective. Think about my job in HR. How many men have I dismissed? How many complaints about hostile work environment have I ignored? How many men were told to man up while women's concerns were centered? That policy I pushed through about elevating women's voices meant in practice diminishing men's. Thought I was balancing scales. Was just tipping them the other way. Call a meeting with my mom. Show her the journal. Tell her everything. We cry together for hours. Mom admits she noticed Danny pulling away. Thought it was just him growing up. We both missed the signs because we thought men don't need help. Thought men are the help we need protection from. Mom tells me something that breaks me further. Danny asked me once if you hated men. He asked if you hated him. Can't fucking breathe. What did you say? I said you loved him, that feminism is about equality. What did he say? He said, then why does it feel like I'm the enemy? Make a decision that night. My brother's death will not be meaningless. I will not let his pain be wasted. I will do what I should have done when he was alive. I will actually listen to men. Quit my HR job. Can't in good conscience continue enforcing policies I now see as discriminatory. Boss asks why, tell her the truth. She says I'm betraying the sisterhood. Says I'm experiencing internalized misogyny. Says grief is making me side with the oppressor. My brother's corpse is barely cold and she's talking about oppressors. Walk out, don't look back. Spend the next month reaching out to men's organizations. The ones I used to protest against. The ones I called hate groups. Sit down with coordinators, ask them to tell me everything. Prepare to be lectured, to be punished. Instead, they're kind. They're so fucking kind it makes me weep. Meet Tom, runs a men's shelter out of his own pocket. Only men's shelter in a city of 2 million. 20 beds, 100 plus men on waiting list. Gets no government funding. Regularly vandalized. Protesters call it a misogyny center. Tom doesn't care, keeps going. Shows me walls of thank you letters. Men who would be dead without this place. Why do you do this, I ask. Because nobody else will, Tom says simply. Don't you get angry at feminists, at the system? Tom shakes his head. Anger doesn't help these men. They need support, not more hate. They've had enough hate. Meet Marcus. Yes, same name as Danny's student. 22 years old, attempted suicide twice. Father killed himself when Marcus was 10. No male role models growing up. Told repeatedly that masculinity is toxic. That his male energy is dangerous. That he needs to be fixed. I didn't know how to be a man without being a monster, he tells me. So I tried to be nothing. Turns out being nothing hurts even worse. Marcus is in therapy now. Has a support group. Learning that being male isn't a birth defect. Learning that his feelings matter. Learning that taking up space is okay. He's going to make it. I can see the life returning to his eyes over the weeks I visit. What would you say to the feminists who say men don't need help? I ask him one day. He thinks for a long moment. I'd say my dad needed help, and nobody helped him. And now he's gone, and I'd say I needed help. And if I hadn't found this place, I'd be gone too. And I'd ask them, how many gone men will be enough? That quote echoes in my head for days. How many gone men will be enough? One was too many. Danny was too many. Start volunteering at the shelter. Just helping where I can. Cooking, cleaning, listening. Learn more in 2 months than I did in 12 years of activism. These men aren't privileged oppressors. They're human beings in pain. They've been abused, abandoned, traumatized. Society's safety net has holes shaped like men. Meet James, 45, divorced. Hasn't seen his kids in 3 years. Judge gave custody to his ex-wife despite her documented alcohol abuse. Despite his spotless record as a father. The judge said kids need their mother, James says hollowly. I asked, don't they need their father too? She said not as much. He pays child support for children he's not allowed to see. Works 2 jobs to afford payments and his shitty apartment. Every penny accounted for by the court. Lives on ramen and hope. Hope is running out. Ask what keeps him going. The thought that one day my kids will be 18. They'll be able to choose. I have to be alive for that day. I have to. His sons are 6 and 8. 10 more years of this. He'll wait. That's love. Meet Daniel, another Daniel. Universe is cruel. 19 years old, college student. Accused of sexual assault at a party. Case dismissed. Accuser admitted she lied. But he'd already been expelled. Name already dragged through mud. Future already destroyed. I believe women, he says bitterly. I was raised to believe women, My mom's a feminist. She raised me right. And the first time a woman lied, it ended my life. But I still have to believe women, right? Even the one who destroyed me. His mother won't speak to him. She thinks he got away with it. Thinks dismissal means privilege, not innocence. Daniel is homeless now. 19 years old and sleeping in a shelter. Because even his mother chose ideology over her son. I see Danny in every single one of these men. The quiet resignation. The acceptance that their pain doesn't matter. The internalized guilt for existing. The loneliness. God, the loneliness. 3 months after Danny's death. Finally ready to face my old feminist circles. Post a long message about what I've learned. About Danny's journal. About the men at the shelter. About how we're failing half the population. Suggest we need to include men's issues in our activism. Suggest compassion isn't a finite resource. Response is immediate and brutal. Pick me energy. Internalized misogyny. Betraying the sisterhood. Men are weaponizing your grief. What about women's issues? Not all feminism. But also, your brother was weak. Natural selection. One less potential rapist. That last one. About my brother. My kind, gentle brother who loved children. Who spent his life trying to help. Called a potential rapist. Blockade breaks. All the grief, all the rage, all the guilt. Pour it into a response. My brother was a good man. He was a better person than I've been. He helped children nobody else would help. He was kind in a world that punished him for kindness. He asked for help and was laughed at. He was in pain and was told that pain was privilege. He killed himself because people like me convinced him the world was better without him, and you're proving his point. You're proving that male life has no value to you. You're showing me exactly what killed my brother, and I will not be a part of it anymore. Unfriend, unfollow, block. 12 years of connections, gone. Don't feel loss. Feel relief. Mom calls that night. I saw your post before you deleted it. I'm proud of you. Didn't know how much I needed to hear that. I'm sorry I didn't wake up when Danny was alive to benefit from it. He knows, Mom says. Wherever he is, he knows, and he's proud too. We cry again. Seems like all we do anymore. But this cry feels different. Feels like the beginning of something. Dedicate myself fully to the men's shelter. Tom teaches me everything. How to talk to men in crisis. How to actually listen without trying to fix or dismiss. How to hold space for pain without comparing it to other pain. How to see humans, not genders. 6 months after Danny's death. Shelter gets vandalized again. Windows smashed, misogyny den spray painted across the front. Arrive to find Tom sweeping glass. He's not even angry. They don't understand, he says. That's okay. We'll keep going anyway. How are you not bitter, I ask. How do you not hate feminists after everything? Tom stops sweeping, looks at me. I was married to one once. Good woman. She meant well. Got so caught up in the fight she forgot who she was fighting for. Thought she was saving the world. Sometimes saviors do the most damage. What happened? She left. Said I was complicit in patriarchy because I wanted to help men too. That was 15 years ago. I hear she's happy. I hope she is. I really do. Tom's grace is humbling. These men have every reason to be hateful. They choose healing instead. They choose helping each other. They choose hope. Start a program at the shelter. Men teaching boys. The residents mentor at-risk youth. Boys without fathers. Boys struggling in school. Boys told their masculinity is toxic. Boys like Marcus from Danny's class. Like my brother tried to be for his students. First session, 8 boys show up. Age 10 to 15. They're so hungry for positive male attention. So desperate for someone to tell them being male is okay. Watch James, the divorced dad, help a 12-year-old with homework. The tenderness in his eyes. He can't see his own sons, so he fathers other people's. Watch Marcus, the suicide survivor, teach a 15-year-old how to manage anxiety. It's okay to feel things, Marcus says. They lied to us. They said men don't cry, but crying doesn't make you weak. Crying means you're still fighting. The boy breaks down. Marcus holds him. I got you, brother. You're not alone. This is what Danny needed. This is what could have saved him. Program grows. 20 boys, then 30, then 50. We get pushback, of course. Why not girls too? This is sexist. Exclusionary. Tom handles it perfectly. Girls have many programs. These boys have this one. There's enough help to go around. 1 year after Danny's death, we hold a memorial, not just for him, for all the lost men, the ones who couldn't hold on, the ones who believed the world was better without them. Expect maybe 20 people. Over 200 show up. Men from the shelter, boys from the program, fathers who've lost sons, mothers who've lost sons, siblings who understand too late, like me. We share stories. We light candles. We say their names. James brings photos of his sons, places them by Danny's picture. I'm still here because of this place, because of what your sister learned. I want you to know that. Your pain mattered. It changed things. Marcus reads a poem he wrote. About his father. About Danny. About learning to live. About finding purpose in pain. Not a dry eye in the room. Mom speaks. Tells everyone about Danny's kindness. His love for teaching. How he died because he thought he didn't matter. But he did matter. He matters still. And so do all of you. Please, if you're hurting, reach out. Don't be another candle we have to light. After the service, a young man approaches me. Early 20s, looks terrified. I'm a teacher, he says quietly. Elementary. I'm struggling with the same things your brother wrote about. I read about his story. I came here to say thank you for speaking up. For trying. You probably saved my life tonight. Exchange information. Get him connected with support. Follow up with him weekly. He's still teaching. He's still here. One life saved makes it all worth it. Realize something profound. Feminism taught me that helping men hurts women. But these men are helping boys who will grow up healthier, who will treat women better, who won't be broken and bitter. Helping men helps everyone. Equality isn't a zero-sum game. It never was. 2 years after Danny's death, the shelter has expanded. Government finally granted some funding. Not much, but something. We have 50 beds now. Support groups, job training, mental health services, legal aid for fathers. 140 men helped last year. 12 suicide attempts prevented. 12 Dannys who got to live. I think about alternate timelines. If I had woken up sooner, if I had listened to Danny, if I had seen men as human, he'd be alive. I'd still have my brother. Can't change the past. Can only change the future. Every man I help is a piece of Danny living on. Every boy who learns he matters is Danny's legacy. Get a letter one day. From a teacher. Different city. Doesn't know me. Heard about Danny's story somehow. I was about to do what your brother did. I had the rope. I had the plan. Then I read about him. About you. About how you changed. I called a crisis line. I'm getting help. I'm still here. Tell your brother his story saved me. Tell him he mattered. Take the letter to Danny's grave. Read it to his headstone. You saved him, I say. You saved him, baby brother. Your pain wasn't wasted. I'm so sorry I didn't listen when you were here. I'm listening now. I'm listening to all of them, I promise. Feel a weight lift slightly. The guilt will never fully leave. But it has purpose now. It fuels the work. Meet a woman at the shelter one day. She's volunteering too. Former feminist like me. Lost her son the same way. I used to think I was fighting the good fight, she says. Turns out I was fighting my own child. We work side by side in silence. United in grief. United in redemption. Sometimes other women come. Feminists who've had their awakening. Sisters who lost brothers. Mothers who lost sons. Wives who almost lost husbands. We formed a group. Listening now, that's what we call it. Women who learned too late. Trying to save the men still here. We get death threats regularly. Traitors. Handmaidens. Pygmies. We keep going. The men need us. The boys need us. We failed our brothers. We won't fail our sons. 3 years after Danny's death, Marcus, the suicide survivor, graduates college. Social work degree. He's going to be a counselor, specializing in men's mental health. Your brother inspired me, he tells me. I never knew him, but his story saved my life. Now I'm going to save others. That's how this works. Pain to purpose. James gets a call. His ex-wife in rehab. Son's going to foster care. He files emergency custody. This time, judge listens. His boys come home, 13 and 11 now. They barely remember him. He doesn't care. He gets to be their father again. I stayed alive for this, he weeps. I almost didn't, but I did, and here they are. Daniel, the falsely accused one, got his life back. Enrolled in online college. Started a support group for men who've been falsely accused, helping them navigate the trauma, the destroyed reputations, the lost families. Your brother taught me that being a victim doesn't make you weak, he says. It makes you human, and humans deserve support. The boys in our program are thriving, grades improving, confidence building, learning that masculinity isn't toxic, that being male isn't a disease, that they have value, that their feelings matter, that asking for help is strength. One boy, 14, tells me, my teacher said men are trash, but Mr. James isn't trash. Mr. Marcus isn't trash. They're heroes. They saved me. If men are trash, why did they save me? Out of the mouths of babes. Such clarity. 4 years after Danny's death, Tom retires, asks me to take over the shelter. You've earned this. Your brother would be proud. Accept with trembling hands. This is my life's work now. This is my redemption. Expand services. Partner with other men's organizations. Ones I used to protest. Ones I called hate groups. They're not hate groups. They're just men trying to survive. Trying to help each other. Trying to matter. Create a scholarship in Danny's name. For men going into teaching. Especially elementary education. We need more male teachers. Kids need male role models. Especially boys growing up without fathers. 4 scholarships this year. 4 men who'll do what Danny did. Love kids who need love. One recipient writes, I'm a single dad raising my daughter alone. I want to teach to show her that men can be nurturing, that fathers matter. Thank you for believing in us. Danny would have loved him. Give talks now. To anyone who'll listen. Schools, organizations, conferences. Tell Danny's story. Tell the truth about male struggles. Get booed sometimes. Protested sometimes. Called a gender traitor. Don't care. Every talk reaches someone. Every story saves a life. Woman approaches after one talk. My son is 16. He's been depressed. I've been telling him to check his privilege. Oh God, I've been telling him to check his privilege while he's suffering. What have I done? Connect her with resources. Help her understand. She leaves with hope. Her son gets help. He's going to make it. One more saved. 5 years after Danny's death. Sitting in his room at Mom's house. She's kept it exactly the same. His books, his teaching materials. Photos of his students. All those smiling kids who loved him. Find a photo I haven't seen before. Danny and me, teenagers. His arm around my shoulder. Both grinning. He's looking at me like I hung the moon. His big sister, his hero. Break down completely. I'm sorry, I sobbed to the photo. I'm so fucking sorry, Danny. I failed you. I listened to ideology instead of my brother. I chose being right over being kind. I loved activism more than I loved you. And now you're gone. And I'd give anything, to have you back. To listen. To actually hear you. To tell you that you matter. That you always mattered. That being male doesn't make you defective. That your pain was real. That I was wrong. God, Danny, I was so wrong. Mom finds me there. Holds me while I cry. We look at the photo together. He forgives you, she whispers. How do you know? Because he loved you, and love forgives. Want to believe her. Choose to believe her. Have to believe her. 6 years after Danny's death. The shelter has helped over 500 men now. The boys' program has 100 regular attendees. 12 men became teachers through Danny's scholarship. Support groups in 3 cities. Crisis line funded and staffed. 0 suicides among our members this year. 0. Not good enough. Will never be good enough until it's 0 everywhere. But it's something. It's hope. Get a message on social media. From a man I don't know. I was in your brother's class. He was my teacher in 3rd grade. He was the first man who was ever kind to me. The first one who didn't yell or hit. He made me think maybe I could be good too. Maybe men could be good. I heard what happened to him. I'm a teacher now because of him. I help kids like I was. Mr. Danny saved my life before I knew it needed saving. Thank you for keeping his memory alive. Attached is a photo. Class of 25 kids. This man in the center. Big smile. Surrounded by children who clearly adore him. Danny's legacy living on. Through a student who became a teacher. Who's saving more kids? Ripples in a pond. Show mom. We cry again. But this time, happy tears mixed in. He's still teaching, Mom says. Even now he's still teaching, still helping, still mattering. Realize she's right. Danny's death wasn't meaningless. His pain sparked change. His story woke people up. His loss fueled a movement. Not a hateful movement. A healing one. Men helping men. Women helping men. People seeing people. Humanity recognizing humanity. Write a letter I'll never send. To Danny, wherever he is. Dear Danny, you've been gone 6 years. Not a day passes that I don't miss you. That I don't wish I could go back and be the sister you deserved. You needed me, and I failed you. I'm sorry. I'm so fucking sorry. But I want you to know what happened because of you. The lives that changed. The men who lived. The boys who learned they matter. Marcus is alive because of you. James has his sons because of you. Daniel has hope because of you. Hundreds of men have help because of you. Hundreds of boys have role models because of you. Your student became a teacher because of you. He's saving kids because of you. Those kids will grow up healthier because of you. I changed because of you. Mom changed because of you. We're helping people because of you. We're listening because of you. Your pain mattered, Danny. Your life mattered. Your death, as much as I hate it, as much as it destroys me, it mattered too. You were never the problem. You were never defective. You were never disposable. You were good. You are good. You will always be good. I love you. I failed you, but I'm trying to make it right. Every day, I'm trying. I hope that wherever you are, you know that you mattered. You still matter. You always will. Your big sister, Sarah.